The SK Modifieds, the ground pounders, 35 laps of action, and here's their starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving the number 27 from Ledyard, Connecticut, it is Tyler Chadwick. Outside of him, driving the number 98 from Milford, Connecticut, All-State Traffic Control, Coleman Performance Engines are the sponsors of Frank Mucciacciaro. Inside row number 2, driving the 11, that is Robbie Summers from Manchester, Connecticut. Sunoco Race Fuels, Hoosier Race Tires East, and CD Racing are his sponsors. Going off in position number 4, driving the 47, it is Plainfield, Connecticut's Tom Fox. Starting on the inside of row number 3, driving the 8, it is Groton, Connecticut's John Brower, and the Allied Snow Removal Noank Shipyard Finish Line Signs sponsored entry. On his immediate right will be the number 51, that is Rob Janovic Jr. from Waterford, Connecticut. Big A Auto Parts of North Branford and Flanders Donut are his sponsors. Starting in position number 7, driving the number 3, that is Dennis Gita from Salem, Connecticut. Bennett Excavating, Insurance, and Wyatt Company is his sponsors. On his immediate right will be the number 31, that is SP Sean Monahan, driving the 31 from Quaker Hill, Connecticut. From Waterford, Connecticut. And on the inside of row number 5, driving the 5, it is Chris Pastriak from Lisbon, Connecticut. Going off in position number 10, the man who took home the win 2 weeks ago, it is Diego Monahan in the 81 from Quaker Hill, Connecticut. On the inside of row number 6, driving the 97, the 91, it is Jeffrey Paul from Ledyard, Connecticut. And outside of him, driving the 07, that is Bert Marvin from Waterford. Starting in position number 13 will be the 97, that is Frank Rocco from Cheshire, Connecticut. And to his immediate right in the number 86, that is Bobby Georgitis from East Hampton, Connecticut.
Now we move to our 15th starting position, car number 71. It is Jeffrey Paul, and by his side, the old veteran from Clinton, Connecticut, aboard car number 26, Don Fowler.
Starting in position number 17 will be the 37, that's Brooklyn, Connecticut's Jim Coombs. And outside of him, driving the number 66, that is Wendell Daly from Gales Ferry in the Luther Fence MJ Sawchuck machine.
So a newcomer to the bowl will start in the 19th position aboard car number 29. Terry O'Brien scheduled to start from that location. And by his side, the man who multitasks in both the late models and the SK Modifieds, it is Richard Durante. So we are ready to go. And Dave, a full field of cars ready to take the green flag from Chad Williams.
Frank Mucciacciaro and Robbie Summers take that green flag. It's Mucciacciaro on the inside. He gets the early jump on Summers, as Summers now looks to fight back as they go down the backstretch.
Tommy Fox in a good position, riding in the number 3 spot as they swing around the corner. Mucciacciaro looks tough as he cranks it up into turn 2.
Tommy Fox now on the inside of Summers as they go down the backstretch, battling for that second spot. Fox, who ran well in his heat race, and now right there on his back bumper is the 51. That is Rob Janovic.
Looking for some leverage on the outside, Johnny Brower in the 8, trying to get around the 31 of Sean Monahan. From 2nd through 5th, they could fit inside a microwave, and the man with the most energy right now is Tommy Fox.
Fox and Summers battle side by side as they come by the grandstands this time by. It is Fox on the inside, Summers on the outside. Summers gets that second spot as they go down the backstretch.
Boy, a little turbo boost for Rob Summers in car number 11 as he got by Tommy Fox the hard way on the outside. Janovic moving up, but keep an eye on Dennis Gata. He and Chris Pastriak are weaving their way through the field.
At the front of the field with a strong run is the 98. That is Frank Mucciacciaro. He is leading the way, but here comes the 11. That is Robbie Summers. Running in 3rd is the 47 of Fox, and in 4th, the 51 of Janovic.
And our opening weekend winner, Frank Rocco, has now joined the upper echelon of cars in car number 97. Car in distress on the bottom groove, but no problems for Mucciacciaro as he walks right around the 29 of O'Brien. Oh, a little wiggle by Tommy Fox, and that caffeine twitch cost him position as Janovic went right underneath him.
Janovic powers underneath, and will that cost him another spot as now the 31 of SP, Sean Monahan, looks to get that spot away from him. And right on Monahan's back bumper is the 3, that's Dennis Gata.
Muchacharo going for his third career victory in the SK Modifieds has a slender lead over Janovic. The action is for fourth place, where Monahan is facing the charge from Tommy Fox and Dennis Gaeta. Fox to the outside, and if he looks behind him, he'll see the three. So in a predicament right now is SP Monahan, is some of the best at the bowl, of probably two guys who have accounted for more than 100 wins are attacking in.
Monahan looks to inch his way up as now Fox slides up the embankment. That allows the three of Gaeta to also get underneath him. And right at the front of the field now, the heat is on for Muchacharo as Robbie Summers and Rob Janovic have caught him.
So the top three cars could fit under a sleeping bag, led by Muchacharo, the drum major of the parade. It is a car caught on the outside groove, enabling the 47 of Tommy Fox to try to get under him. But Diego Monahan, remember, he went outside to grab his first career victory. Contact as Fox able to shrug it off. So it looked like a jolt between 47 and the 8, but no harm, no foul, and no yellow flag.
And back at the front of the field, it is still Frank Muchacharo leading the way. Robbie Summers pestering him on the back bumper, and a little further back, the 51 of Janovic. Then we'll fall back 5 cars to where the 31 of SP Sean Monahan runs with the 3 of Dennis Gaeta.
Chris Pastriak trying to waltz his way to the outside of Tommy Fox. Let's see if he can do it as the cars torpedo their way down the backstretch. They are ball and chain together, and now Pastriak is able to pull away from Tommy Fox. So apparently all is not well in car number 47 as he continues to lose positions.
And the 07 of Burt Marvin looked to power around Fox, but he'll fall back in line. Back at the front of the field, a little contact between Muchacharo and Summers, and that allows Muchacharo to get out a little in front of Summers and then a little of a run.
Little frustration perhaps between Summers, but when there was contact, it cost Summers his momentum, and he dropped back momentarily. We're approaching the midway point in this one. Dennis Gaeta a strong 5th as he continues to torment SP Monahan. So the top 5 have opened up a little bit of real estate between themselves and the rest of the field. Robbie Summers, when will he make a move against Frank Muchacharo? Still has plenty of time in which to do it.
Those top 5 are ball and chain together as they go down the backstretch. Summers now looks to make a move on the inside of Muchacharo as they come off turn number 4. He'll fall back in line, and that allows Janovic to close up ranks.
As Summers continues to thump and telegraph, I'm right behind you, to the back bumper of Frank Muchacharo. The first yellow car is in the grass in turn number 4.
And we have the 77, that is Rich Durante. He will pull into the infield. That car in the grass, we'll wait for him to...
Frank Muchacharo. To tell you about the restart is Dave.
Muchacharo and Summers take the green flag. Muchacharo on the inside gets that early jump. It is Summers right on his outside line. He looks to hold it and get that lead away as they go down the backstretch. He'll inch out in front.
Summers trying to go around to turbo his way around the 98. He gets very close to the fence, but the momentum continues for Robbie Summers. It is Muchacharo leading. In his glove compartment is Summers, and also making a move on the bottom is Rob Janovic.
It is a 7-car traffic jam up front. It is still Muchacharo and Summers side by side as they roar around the speedway. Summers on the outside still continues to hold that line and see if he can get that lead away from Muchacharo as they go down the backstretch.
It is a very difficult task facing Rob Summers, but he has the energy here, and we have a new leader, as it was like he was shot out of a cannon to move in front. Rob Summers is our new leader.
Summers jumps out in front. Muchacharo runs in the 2nd spot. Then we'll fall back to 3rd. It's the 51 of Janovic, and we have a battle for 4th and 5th between the 31 of Sean Monahan and the 3 of Dennis Gaeta.
So Summers picked the outside route and was able to move into the penthouse. Now Monahan is trying the same technique to get past the 3 of Gaeta, and Gaeta is going to gain ground as he gobbles up 4th place. Now Chris Pastriak knows that Monahan is vulnerable on the outside, and Pastriak is going to work.
Pastriak looks to follow in the wake left by Gaeta. He is on the inside of Monahan. Also on that back bumper of Pastriak is the 07 of Burt Marvin. Pastriak gets the spot as they go into turn number 1.
Marvin has had some very fast laps. He's also had some handling problems coming out of the 4th corner, but he continues to be a factor. Spin, Monahan, and everybody is able to avoid it. As Monahan did a little revolving door imitation, we stay under green.
And still back at the front, it's Robbie Summers. Muchacharo is under attack by the 51 of Janovic. Those top 5 cars chain together as they go across the stripe.
Monahan is out of commission. That leaves third place for Rob Janovic. He has some room now against Muchacharo, and Muchacharo quickly closes the cavity.
It is Robbie Summers with a 2-car length lead as he'll go into turn number 1. Then we'll follow with the 98. That's Frank Muchacharo. Running in third, the 51 of Janovic. Fourth, the 3 of Gaeta. And fifth, the 5 of Pastriak.
Pastriak qualified for the Spring Sizzler earlier in the day, and he has a top 5 car tonight. Janovic looking for any room he can find underneath Muchacharo. A lap car got in the way last time. Now he is on the prowl again. Sideways Muchacharo. He wiggles, he twitches, he hiccups, he wheezes, and he loses control of the car.
The yellow flag will fly as Frank Muchacharo loops it around here off turn number 4. Down for the start, they get the green flag. Summers looks to make that good luck of this weekend continue as he roars into turn number 1, but right there alongside him is the 51 of Janovic as they go down the backstretch.
And Janovic has some giddy up, and so does Dennis Gaeta in car number 3. Pastriak, as they back up a little, with Pastriak with some contact against the 51, so Chris takes it downstairs on the bottom groove. And Rob Summers has opened up a slender advantage over the 1-2 punch of Gaeta and Janovic.
This time by 5 laps remain. Can Robbie Summers hold off Dennis Gaeta and Rob Janovic? And right there in their back pocket is the 5 of Chris Pastriak, waiting for a mistake by either one of them.
There's usually not too many mistakes by these two guys. A little contact and a trouble in turn number 3 or 4 as Don Fowler runs into, it appears maybe Durante. No, not Durante, Monahan, as it brings out the...
Green is in the air. Summers gets the early jump on Gaeta as they go into turn number 1. Gaeta right there on his outside as they are side by side. A little trouble further back in the field, but still up at the front. It is Robbie Summers by inches.
Everybody makes it through turns 1 and 2. Battle at the front. The plot thickens. Summers holding him off. Probably the best man ever on the outside groove in the SK Modified division is Dennis Gaeta. Can he continue his mastery against the Rocket Man, Rob Summers?
Summers holds his line on the inside, Gaeta to the outside, waiting for any mistake as the 5 of Pastriak, as this time by it's just 3 laps left. Still side by side as they go through turns 2. Now Summers gains the advantage down the backstretch. Gaeta falls in the second spot. Pastriak right on his back bumper. The 3 cars nose to tail as they come off turn number 4. Just 2 laps left this time by. A little further back in the field, the battle for the 4th spot is between the 47 of Tommy Fox and the 81 of the 31 of Sean Monahan. This time through, just 1 lap left. It is Summers leading the way, the 3 of Gaeta and the 5 of Pastriak. Down the backstretch, it is Robbie Summers with a 2-car length lead. Dennis Gaeta runs second and Chris Pastriak third. It is Robbie Summers, the 2005 track champion, taking home the win. Then it will be the 3 of Dennis Gaeta, the 5 of Chris Pastriak. Round out the top
won the
3.
championship. And tonight he wins race number 1 in 2006. As the helmet comes off, he takes a deep breath because the way his season was going, you never know what to expect. And tonight, what it had been mud turned to gold for the driver from the Vernon, Manchester, Connecticut area. And now let's meet tonight's winner, Rob Summers. Well, Rob, you got off to such a terrible start this season. How were you able to turn things around tonight?
Had a little lady luck on my side tonight. My aunt came down and my mom's here for the first time in a long time, and I think they brought me a little luck tonight.
And you made the pass on the outside, something that's not done too often here at the Speedbowl. How were you able to get into the lead?
We had a real good car early in the race, and there at the end I started slowing down, and at Dennis Gaeta on my outside giving me a lot of pressure, and you know, Dennis is a heck of a racer. It was closer at the end.
Okay, that's a story from tonight's winner. A great ride for the driver of car number 11, the Rocket Man, Rob Summers.